Minister, once again, the Not Our Fault campaign were outside yesterday looking for their interim scheme in relation to housing defects. When will the scheme open? When will they be able to address the defects?
I intend to. We have another webinar, by the way, for residents on the, I think it's the 13th, Monday the 13th of November, so next Monday. Housing Agency will be there. We've had between 400 and 600 people at various webinars where we're directly engaging with residents in this regard. I want the interim scheme open for applications, if at all possible, this month. Okay, and that's relating to fire defects. I want to assure residents too that the commitment that this government has made, all three parties here, is that this scheme, we are fully committed to it. We will need legislation next year, no question that. But in the meantime, the interim measures for safety, that we will be opening the applications for that. We've done quite a lot of detailed work with the Housing Agency on specific apartment schemes as well. What was really important was to get the code of practice agreed, because basically we need to know when people are applying is what types of work can be done, what's in scope. And we needed to have the input of obviously the chief fire officers, those expert fire engineers as well. And that took a lot of time, but rightly so too, and we've published that now. So there's absolute clarity on what needs to be done and what the process is. So we've also opened the information portal, and we've had a number of developments, and indeed individuals now can input their details onto that, because we're capturing a lot of that data. And we'll be going through that specifically in the webinar on Monday evening. So we're very close to opening the interim scheme for applications. The other thing, as I mentioned to other deputies earlier on today, is we're looking at it on an administrative basis for those who have actually paid for works already and are certified and will meet the criteria, that we look early into next year to start to reimburse people and to make retrospective payments. So what I'd be saying to people as well is that where they're in a position to, and where the management company is in a position to go ahead with the works, they should, if they've the finance to do it, because they will get that money back on an 100% basis. So hopefully that gives you an update, Deputy, and thank you for your particular interest and engagement on this issue.
Thanks very much, Minister. And look, the code of practice, the portal, were very welcome. They were very welcome, but they have been open a while, and I guess, you know, I'm here representing the frustration of the Not Our Fault campaign and other constituents who are regularly outside protesting and looking for this. And I appreciate what you're saying around owner management companies, but I think there's a reality where many owner management companies, and there's a tension between residents and owner management companies. The OMCs don't have the money and are looking to get the money for the works from residents who themselves don't have money. And there is, look, there's a variety of OMCs, let's put it that way. But I think there's a deep tension there in times. There's issues with insurance, there's issues with there's just huge risk. So again, the code of practice, the portal are welcome, but I think I have to give voice to that frustration that it is taking its time and it has been slow. I welcome that it will open this month, but I really do hope it does open this month.
Part of negotiations in the programme for government. I've apartments and have schemes in my own area. I've friends, I've family who've been affected by this, constituents who've been affected by this. I've engaged directly with people right the way through. The legislation is important. That will be next year, because this scheme will be with us for a number of years. It needs to be underpinned by primary legislation. And I get that people want this done now, but we had to make sure that the interim scheme itself and the permanent scheme will do what people want it to do. And I would just say to people again is that the commitment that this government has given towards reimbursing 100% of the costs is really crucially important. So whilst I fully get that people have been frustrated with some delays this year, we've moved a long way forward, and there's not just hope for people now, there's certainty that we're stepping in based on a market failure, and we're supporting residents, we're supporting homeowners, and we're moving forward with this. So the interim scheme for applications we intend to have open this month.